Good evening and welcome to the Holbeach and District Pool League Finals night being played here at the Anchor Inn in Sutton Bridge. We have a full programme for you tonight. At least 3 games are going to be covered live on this channel, the Lewis Digital Media, and we'll start off with the team final. It's Anchor W, Anchor Wodens versus Hat and Feathers A, who respectively finished 1st and 3rd in Division 1 last season, just finished. We've had the lag and Anchor are going to break first. Jimmy Ball is first up for Anchor and Jonathan Luty is representing the Hat and Feathers. The breaks there and there's no balls down. Jonathan Luty to pick a shot. Steady red into the middle and all the balls are open. Good opportunity this. This is a race to 5. Probably going to shade too far on this one. He's going to have to take the red in the middle probably. Oh, he's going for the plant, or looking at it at least. Not an easy shot this. Well potted. Kiss the black away a little tighter to the cushion, but still on here for a clearance. All the reds available. Tonight's referee is Matthew Wood. Two reds left to pot, plus the black. The black would be the harder of them, I suspect. Straight red, it's the final red, a straight red down the table. I suspect a screw back for the black. And he's missed a straight red there. Surprising, a chance for Jimmy Ball to come in and do something. The reds still open, the yellows very difficult. 3 along the bottom cushion. So maybe a question of pot a couple and then try and run safe and go for the snooker. Right, covered the bottom pocket for the black. That makes a little bit of safety there.
I think he can squeeze the black through there.
I'd be surprised. Anyway, we'll probably see in a minute. That was Kelly Lewis, who's adding comments to the evening, and we'll summarise, no doubt. Yes, missed the red again, left it right in the pocket, so...
Maybe we won't see.
No. Well, there are yellows to be had and yellows to hide behind. I think you'd have to put the cue ball in a difficult place not to be able to get the red next time. and it's well, it's possibly a snooker. He might just be able to see the outside of the red and clip it in, but the question then, what do you do with the 8-ball? And I think the answer would have to be a double. A little bit of swerve on this shot. Goes in, gets the red. He's got a full sight of the black. Not sure it'll double across into the bottom pocket. He's looking at the...
Still think it's going to go.
Well, if it doesn't go, then presumably he'll hope to clear the yellow out and leave it right in the pocket.
Ooh.
Well, now then, it's still a full pack of yellow on the table. This is obviously going to tie the yellows up, but I think he's got a clear path up the table. Clear path up the table and back again to get the black, and I think what he's got to do is make contact with the black and it'll go. Chance here to take the first game. Settling himself. Not a lot of pace on it, but it's got enough to get there. It's in. 1-0.
Great shot.
To Hatton Feathers. Good finish. Good finish. I think Jimmy Ball was always onto a loser there after the break, and
it's Peter Lawrenson and Kelly Lewis here. So we've just had the first frame, and that's been taken by Mr. Luty.
Yeah, took it well in the end. I think it was a question, wasn't it, that if he hit the red, the 8-ball at all, then it was going to go in, and played it with just the right weight. 1-0, and now it's Ben Luty, his brother, who will be second up for the Hatton Feathers, and Sean Summers will be for Anchor W. The break comes in. We have one of each down. Ben weighing up the options.
Just while he's having a little look, I just want to mention that we're quite out in the sticks, and the 4G data signal is not as strong as I'd like it. It's not been too bad for about 95% of the stream so far, but if you are dropping some frames, apologies for that.
Ben shoots, plays the yellow onto the red, and he's on reds, and once again the table's open. If you can get that net red in and get position, he's got a clear run all the way. Didn't come out the best in where the cue ball finished, but in good position, I think. Could try and take this red towards the bottom, very, very thin, and cannon into the other red above the pocket. That's a possibility. Got two chances on that. I can't see from this angle whether it will go, but I think that's the option. definitely looking at it. And so he's got the saver then that the other red can be played in. No, he's missed it, and the ball tucked in very neatly behind the yellow balls. And Sean won't be able to do a lot with that, I think. He's got to look for some sort of safety shot, and I can't really see how he can do that from here. It'll have to be a good shot to keep the Reds out next time. Just played a delicate little shot to put the cue ball back where it started from, and I think the options really for Ben here are to take the red right over the bottom pocket and see what he can develop from there.
I don't know, I think I'll be looking. Can he get past that yellow?
It's possible. It's pretty tight.
Play the other red towards the pocket.
That's a possibility, yeah.
Could be a gamble, couldn't it?
Well, if you can get through, it's the shot to play probably, because that's always going to be a bit more difficult to get at, and he's in prime position for it if he can get through. He's taking the given option. Anchor yet to pot a ball this evening. Goes the red into the middle very nicely.
I'm assuming that one comes down the bottom corner.
Yeah, it'll come down the bottom corner, and that'll put him probably quite nicely for the red by the cushion, the side cushion, that is.
Oh,
No, didn't make it, and
good position, but
well, chance now for Sean to get in and try and do something here. There's balls that will pot, but he's got to be obviously careful of position if and when he does miss. You would assume because he didn't go through for the red near the bottom cushion before that he couldn't get through, so that might be a place to try and leave the cue ball at the end of this break if he decides at any time to go for safety. Simple yellow into the centre pocket. Looking to pot this or to block the hole. Did neither, and the worst option of all is that the cue ball ends up in the other bottom pocket and gives Hat and Feathers a distinct advantage now. You'd imagine that the first option would be to clear the yellow ball out of the way. That's not come out too well. It's left a possible plant, but it would take the cue ball away. Safety in mind. You can see a yellow, but I don't think you can do anything with them. Well, he could get through and chose to block the hole. This is, I think, now going to develop into a tactical battle. do a lot with that. And again, a few options here for Ben to play on the reds. Double maybe if he wanted to go for the shot. That's what he went for. It's a good way off in the end. Puts the red in the middle of the table and gives options for next time. Sean looking to play safe, but he hasn't covered the red out towards the side cushion. Give Ben a chance to get that out into play. Sean Summers now back at the table for Anchor Wodens. Well, 3 balls easily gettable, but the 2 yellows down on together on the bottom cushion, proving a bit difficult. Playing for position here. Brings it back down. Just going to run in behind them again, I would think. Gentle, and that's a good shot. That's caused some problems, I think, now. They definitely can't see a clear view of any ball. I think he might just be able to get through between the 2 yellows and play onto the red. And that's a foul shot. 2 shots to the anchor. I think he's taken a sensible option there and taken the ball. He's got to clear that red out. And then I think there's a fair chance that he could clear from here. Ooh, that's the black, and
wow.
Well, it was a bit careless. It's cost the game, and that's now 2-0 to Hat and Feathers A, rolling the black into the middle pocket. And,
I definitely didn't see that happening.
Well, there's always possibilities, isn't there? But I think he chose the right option to neutralise the red, but didn't foresee what eventually happened. Right, we have an update on one of the matches on the other table, which isn't being covered by media. It's Elizabethan B in the secondary cup are winning by 2 frames to 0. That also is a race to 5, and Ryan Leonard and Ben Gale are the 2 winners for Elizabeth and Elizabethan B, and they're playing Tigers A. Right, we have Alan Mason now, who's broken for the anchor. That's 1 yellow ball down. Comes in and chooses reds instead, so anchor now on reds. Alan, a very accomplished player. takes that one quite nicely. His difficulty here is going to be that the two reds and the black are tied up in the middle of the table. He's done something about that, move one of the reds on. And there we have Ash Godfrey for Hat and Feathers, who ideally will be looking to extend to a 3-0 lead in a race to 5. Hands full with Alan as an opponent. So Ash looking to tie things up. Puts one of his balls right on top of the red, and Alan pots into the corner. What he could do now, of course, is to play the red onto the yellow to pot the red, hopefully clear the yellow out. Well, cleared the yellow out, didn't pot the red. Nothing here is easy for Ash. Could take the yellow into the top, but the bottom pocket here in the right hand side is completely covered by reds. Alan once again clears the path and opens up the red and the black somewhat. I don't think the red will. Well, passes that yellow into the bottom right hand pocket, maybe. Possibly do something there. It won't go into the middle on the right. So Ash once again ties it up. Alan seemingly taking a fairly casual approach to this. Very experienced player, of course. Push the red out into the open again. He's got to deal with moving that yellow from the bottom, but wouldn't put it past him to find a way of doing that. Ash choosing to start to clear the table a little. He tried to.
Well, he found the gap.
Yeah, well, he was obviously trying to do a combo there, but and clear the red out, but it didn't work, unfortunately for him. He did pot the ball, but the plan to combo into the other yellow to knock the red in didn't materialise. So now we have 4 balls each left on. Alan rolls up and actually cleared the way out that.
If that had dropped, that could have been game over.
Still got to get an angle on this red on the bottom cushion in the middle, but I think he could probably do that with a gentle shot, leave the second red on the pocket, and maybe get in at the red in the middle of the bottom pocket. Not quite. Didn't quite hit it full enough, I don't think, but just played the red out, so next time I think Ash probably has some difficulty here. a little shot in behind the yellow. Pushes the red away from it. I think if Alan can get a shot at anything, I don't think he can from here, but once he gets a shot, he's on with a good chance of finishing the game. So, again, the other red now pushed out into the open, and Ash has the problem here of having a yellow in front of the red. Whether he can just push that off the bottom cushion into the path of the red nearest to it and block the way into that pocket is maybe a possibility. But that's what's going to happen. It's gone the other side of the yellow, but
It's a touching ball.
yeah, it's got a touching ball. Alan can just play away here. And
That's a result for Alan, isn't it?
Well, it puts him in a better position. It's where he puts the white ball, of course. It's got to go down the opposite end, I would have thought. Of course, he could well play the yellow out of the way and just giving him a little more space on the red. He can get an angle on the red now to pot it, which he may not have done before. So we're back into a pretty decent tactical battle now. I think the advantage lies with Alan Mason of the Anchor Wodens, but you're never sure, are you, with these games? One good pot maybe, and can be all over. Still causes a problem here for Alan's chosen to pot the ball. It opens the pocket up. Is he good enough to finish from here? His easy red has been blocked with the two yellows in the middle, so he's snookered himself on that. And it's a question of will this red go in the top pocket? He's gone for the middle pocket and he's got it in. And he's left himself an angle to pot the red into the top pocket and come round for the black. Which he does, and he's snookered himself on the black, on the 8 ball. I don't think he can see enough of it to pot it, so...
What happened? Did he flick off a yellow?
Yeah, he cannoned into another ball and pushed it to where it is. I think we're looking here to see if he can see an edge for it. I'd say that he can't, but we'll have a judgment in a minute. Everybody's having a look. Ash wants his say.
It's right in your eye line, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, from where I am, I don't. It's really tight, really tight. Matt's having a look for me. If he can see the edge, and I don't think he can, I think it's so tight that he probably won't go for it. But of course, what will happen then is that
what's the decision?
looks as if well, he's gone for it now. Then
I think the decision was he could see, because he wouldn't have hit it that hard otherwise.
I wouldn't have thought so. No. Could you see it? Yes or no? Yeah. He could. Referee confirms he could see a sliver of the ball. So the black's tied up. He can actually. This is probably pottable into the top corner. Danger is, of course, that he's heading with the cue ball to the middle bag. So, and of course, the white won't go into the middle bag, but if he went that way, the yellow might. But he's going up the table. So, hits it, pots it. No. Good shot to hit it. Tried to get it into the corner. He got a big pocket there with that yellow there, but left the black out in the table, and
all the yellows.
All the yellows are now out and available, and I think my money would now be on Ash. The yellow in the middle table won't go into the bottom right hand pocket, so he's just got to be aware of that. So it's a question.
What does he do? Screw out or follow on?
I think he comes for the. Don't know how straight that is. He looks as if he might have a bit of an angle to force it round.
Oh, he's played cushion first.
Well, on the basis that Alan won't be able to pop the 8 ball into the bottom right, and Alan distracted there by somebody wandering through into the other room. It's a public house, I suppose. I just wonder if you could just take a thin edge on this black and block the bottom pocket with for the yellow going in there. You can almost certainly see enough of the black, which is virtually all of it, to try and clip it in. So we'll see what's happening now. Well, not sure whether that was intended, but that was an excellent shot. Played the black off the yellow, moved the yellow, and the black just had enough pace to work its way into the corner. It makes the first mark on the scoreboard for Anchor Wodens. Makes the score 2-1 to Hat and Feathers. And I think Ash Godfrey would have been fairly confident there that he was in a commanding position.
Absolutely.
But Alan Mason is a bit of a magician. And the final game of the first half now sees Shane Balding, who is probably one of the premier players in the county, if not the East Midlands and Anglia. And he'll be playing Andy Cooper, who is the captain of Hat and Feathers A. We now have the break by Andy Cooper. And he has a red down.
Red's on.
If he can got a red nicely over the top pocket, but of course options here as always. The reds are quite nicely split if he can get into them, but nice tidy
good shot.
And
take that one down the cushion and knock on the other one.
Rather a long plant, but if it's down the cushion and it's played with the right pace, every chance this will go. That's what he's going for. He's gone for it and he's got it, and he's left the object ball over the cushion, over the pocket as well. So
He's still not got an easy
No,
route round.
no, he hasn't. I mean, the option is if he can take the top one
Come back down
and
for
come
this
back down
one
for
in the
this
table.
red here nearest the bottom right, then he could play into the bottom left and maybe get a shot on the red after. So I think he's eyeing up his potential next shot. So played that with a lot of stun. Stop.
Should have the angle now for this.
Well, he's just got to be careful here, I think, because there's no doubt the pot, but he's got to be very, very slow shot. I think otherwise the white runs away. Still got the option, of course, if he does run too far, he's got the red in the middle of the table, which could be potted in probably three pockets and maybe screw back. Oh, he's done well there. He's done well. Chose to use the yellow to keep the ball where it is. He needs to pop this now and just screw out between those two nearest yellows and give him a run on the red, either to the top right hand side or the right middle. He needs to get this one right, and I think he's going for the contact on the yellow again. Play the red onto the yellow. No. Screwed too much. You can definitely see this one. This is right in line with me. He's got an edge. It's a very, very tight edge, but he's got one. And his options here are fairly limited. If there's any chance of a pot, it's got to go, I think, a double into the middle. I think the black will go into a number of pockets if he does happen to pot the red. So, but he's going up the top. He's maybe just going to catch the edge. You can see the edge for sure, but it's. I think it's too fine to pot into the middle pocket. I'm just checking with that, and I think the referee, Matthew Wood, confirms that he can see an edge. So it looks like he's going for a shot off the cushion to pot in the middle bag on the right. In fact, he's gone on the top.
Oh.
Well.
Wow.
So that wasn't the obvious shot, but it's come out very, very well.
He'll take it.
Absolutely. And this as good as Shane Balding is, if you don't get a shot, you don't win the game, do you?
Well, he should have won the lag.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes it 3-1 to Hat and Feathers, and to same four. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to have a short break while the referee gathers the names for the second section, with the advantage here with Hat and Feathers A, 3-1 in the lead at the break. And Kelly, there, the last two games both had unexpected ends, really.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
obvious ends anyway.
Alan's a hard one to judge, because when he walked away from the table, he looked like he was saying that was the only shot that was on. That's what he played. If he did, fair hats off to him. That was such a technical shot. I don't think I could have played that.
I'm not sure I even saw it. But it is what it is, and it's 3-1. We're gathering the names, and now we're at the halfway point in the secondary cup on the adjoining table, and that's been levelled up. Joe Lucy and Dan Clark have won games for the Tigers A, and at the halfway point it's now Elizabethan B 2, Tigers A 2. So it looks like being developing into a tight game. Wesley Doggett on next for Elizabethan, and Chloe Blackamore is on for Tigers A. So we'll keep you updated on that as the match progresses. And we're just waiting for the teams to come back to us for the second section. And well, the league winners, having lost only one game all season, were Anchor Wodens, and I'm not sure whether that was to the Golden Lion or not, but unexpectedly perhaps, and not the bookies' favourites, are Hat and Feathers A with a 3-1 lead at the break. Just a moment while we're waiting to say thank you to the sponsors of the evening. There are Anchor Inn, of course, are hosting it, and the evening sponsors are DCS Window Cleaning and Jamie's Carpets, both local businesses. You can find them probably on Facebook, or if not, in the local directory. The plan for the evening has the ladies' final on next, and that's a race to 3 between Sheridan Bennett and Sam Bailey, who are both captains of their respective teams in Division 2. Sam Bailey, captain for Woolpack B, it's Crown and Woolpack B, and Sheridan Bennett is the captain for Greyhound B. Woolpack B just missed promotion again this season, and finished, I think, close to the runners-up, third or fourth in the league. We're ready to go, and this time Sean is braking. He does get a shot and gets the breakaway. It's a dry break. And his opponent is Martin Burgess. Dry yellows are well positioned, reds less so. But, well, it's always an interesting decision when there's a dry break, which way to go. Well, the odds on Shane losing 2 games in an evening must be fairly long, so he's got to be favourite for this one, but we said that in the last game. Martin taking his time over selection of shot. Yellows is the choice, and it's played nicely in, gives him options. Most of the yellows down the bottom end. He's got the one difficult one, which is fairly close to the red on the bottom cushion, but that could be moved, I've no doubt. Long shot, and not the outcome he was hoping for, I suspect, as he played the yellow. I think he was either hoping to pot it or to cover the pocket, and all he did was succeed in giving Shane a hand and pushing the red into the corner, right on the pocket. So Shane in now with pretty well an open table. I think he's looking to pot the red in the middle and move the black at the same time. He's opened the route up for the black though. Potted a yellow with a combination shot, perfectly legal in this league. And the outcome of that is it's a good pot for the red and cleared the way for the black into the bottom left-hand pocket here. Still got the two reds close together at the top of the table, which he'll have to deal with. Just so, and takes the first one. And I think the path is clear now. It's a question of when he takes the red in the bottom right-hand corner. I wouldn't want to necessarily be looking to get on the black ball if that was the last red. However, one shot at a time, and a bit of hesitation there. I think no doubt the pot will easily go. It's a question of where he leaves the white, and it's a little bit obstructed as well. The table is a little close to the wall, and I don't think he'll get a proper backswing, so he's changed options, taken the red in the middle, cleared the path in the middle of the table, and now pots the red, clears the yellow out of the way again. Now comes down for the bottom red. Screw. Lovely shot. Perfect. Perfect on the red. Screw again. We'll bring it back into line for the black. And almost too far. It probably isn't. It's going to be a much more difficult shot than it might have been. He's probably gone 2 or 3 inches too far. So the options now are, well, it's a difficult shot, and of course if he misses it he's likely to leave the black over the pocket, and it would protect the one yellow. And he hasn't done that either. So that was not the best shot I've seen Shane play, but of course the difficulty now is that Martin has got the 3 yellows on the bottom cushion. I don't know whether he can play a triple plant here or take the middle and get back round to disturb them. See which way he goes. It's definitely a winnable position, but he's taken the one. That's good. Now he could just run the bottom yellow in towards the pocket and leave the cue ball behind the other one. Bit of a snooker. It's if he gets the yellow into the corner of the pocket, then that precludes the black from going there, and would leave a snooker on as well. So options again. Martin weighing them up. This to give Hat and Feathers a 4-1 lead if he can clear the table. Well, he chooses an option either to try and pot it or to cover it. He doesn't do either, and this should be meat and drink. And Shane pots one in, it goes in off the yellow, which he's perfectly entitled to do, and I'm not quite sure about that. I think that was bad shot selection from Martin on his last shot there. and effectively gives Shane an easy finish to make it 3-2 now to Hat and Feathers. So Hat and Feathers 3, Anchor Wodens 2. Okay. Right. Being set up again now. And it's Alan Mason next for Wodens. He'll be playing Andy Cooper. So the captain of Hat and Feathers, who had a good win against Shane Balding. He dished him in the final game of the first half. Andy breaks and a yellow is down. Table looking, well, it's very open for sure, and he's chosen the reds, puts side on the ball, takes it up to the top two reds, which I'm fairly sure will be quite easily dispatched. Just got the one difficult red next to the yellow in the middle table, which he could play into the middle, and a red down on the bottom cushion, which he needs to get in behind to get down into the bottom right. But anyway, that's the first of them. I think a little bit of screw, takes it back. Neither here nor there. Not quite far enough to take the red into the middle. If he takes the red into the bottom nearest the cue ball, then there's always a danger of it going in the middle. So he's taking another option, and that's the red into the bottom corner. Doesn't pot it, but leaves it nicely secured, covering the pocket. And Alan now with looking to pot his first ball of this game. Got some options. Don't think he'll want to disturb the two yellows nearest him, so it's possibly the red into the far top right hand corner. Doesn't put it down, but it'll go next time for sure, and not too many options for Andy, I don't think. Not sure the red will cut back into the middle. You definitely can't see the red cleanly at the bottom. Again, he's got the option here of possibly taking the red very thinly for the middle and having the second option of running on to the red covering the bottom pocket. That still leaves him with some difficulty with the two reds that are left, so I think he'd make your mind up time now. Just looking on the other table, and Wes has won a Blackball game on there. Just the Blackball left for both teams, and Wes has done that, so that's I think 3-2 to Lizzie B. Meanwhile, back on the main table, it's still 3-2 here to the Hat and Feathers. And Andy taking his time on this one. But I'm going to fancy this very fine cut.
Is he not looking to cut it down into the bottom and knock the red down the bottom corner? And he's worried about the white going in off?
I think so. That would be a shot, but you have to be very careful where the cue ball went. And from where the red is, you've got every chance that the cue ball would end up in the middle bag. So, safety, or relative safety. Just put distance between the cue ball and a possible pot up in the top left-hand corner. I don't think either of these yellows nearest to Alan will go cleanly. So I think he's more or less tried to put the ball where he did last time. I think this time though he could play the red down the table onto the second red and pot it and have no danger of the cue ball going in. One red replaces the other. He's got a nice red into the middle. And it's a question here of where he can get the white ball, and again he can play the red in the middle of the bottom.
I think he wanted to be able to get position down onto this red on the cush.
Well, he can play this red onto the red as he has just done, isn't he? If he gets his position right, he'll play one red onto the other again, and that'll give him a...
I think he didn't have a thin enough shot to get that white to squeeze through to where he wanted it originally.
It is difficult from where we're sat to get a 3D perspective. So he's played the red, tried to kick the other one out, did so but not far enough. If that had gone another 3 inches, then he'd have been on for the red into the bottom corner here, but now he might have a bit of a problem. Can't see how he can pull a bit of magic out like he did in his last game, so he's got to look for safety here somewhere. Not sure about that.
I think his plan is to get the red into the middle of the table and then hope that Alan
I don't
goes
think that's
out
good
of position.
enough.
But
if I was a betting man, I'd say that Alan can finish this now. Oh, well. Good clean pot to start with. I'm surprised he didn't actually take the top yellow of the two at the bottom here, but I mean it surely goes. However, he's a far better player than me, so I won't argue with it. Looking to see if the red can squeeze past the top of the two yellows at the bottom. Of course, he's likely to just touch the black if he does. good news is the black would stop any chance of the white going in if it's so.
I reckon he's going for a double.
Okay.
Yep.
That's not far off.
It's in. Oh, a great effort.
And he left the white perfectly placed to just run the black into the middle bag. So, well, the balls are all on now. Ooh, little roll on that, and he was fortunate there that the cue ball didn't roll on into the pocket and fell, but he's not left himself an easy shot. I think he's got to go for this one down in the bottom left-hand side, and misses it. The good news is that he can't get a clean strike at the red, I don't think, certainly not to pot it. The bad news is that it's close enough to the pocket that he could double over off the cushion and run the red into the pocket and still leave himself a shot on the black. He's looking at the angle.
It's the only shot on, really.
It's the only shot, I think, to give him a chance of a shot at the black. Of course, he's a devil in deep blue sea. He's got to make sure he hits it hard enough to bring the cue ball clear of the yellow.
Yep. Oh, it's a good effort again.
It was a good effort, and that would have been a game winner. That would. Should be meet and well, he took that yellow there. He must have blown that down. It looked as if he was going to stay right on the lip and just fell. And he's gone round the table, probably a little too hard. He's left an angle on the black, which he preferably have not done. But again, this should be meat and drink. Pots it, and that's Alan's win, and that makes the score 3-3. Could be going all the way. So good start to the second half for Anchor Wodens, and the first two games probably to the two strongest players, I would think. Shane Balding and Alan Mason have put them back in it at 3-3.
Who have we got next?
Next up we have Sean Summers, and he'll be playing for Anchor Wodens. He'll be playing Ryan Jones for Hat and Feathers. We'll then finish with Dave Woods, who's the captain of Wodens, Anchor Wodens, and the last game, John Luty will be back on. Won the first game in the opening match, opening game. So this could still go either way, of course. Then, of course, we could be into a decider on the doubles, and I suspect that would be Shane and Alan for the Wodens, if it goes to that. We have Sean to break. Balls have gone, 1, 2, 3, that's one of each. The white over by the side cushion, and the yellows quite neatly spread. The black's tied up, so you'd have to move that somewhere down the line. Sean pots a good longish red into the bottom right, and certainly giving himself position on which of these goes. I don't know. I think only the nearest yellow to the cue goes. Passes in between the other two quite neatly. Still got the problem of the black, of course, having to get the red away or get the black away from the red, and that's not going to be the easiest job where the yellows are. Right, the score's just come in from next door. I'll read it in a minute after Sean's taken this shot. Looking to apply a bit of side, I think, just to run the ball away from the cushion and give himself a straight yellow. The secondary cup, Elizabethan B and Tigers A, is now tied at 3-all. There's an attempt to move the black away there, and missed the red and the black, not by much, but not only did he miss it, which was understandable, but he's given himself some difficulty on the remaining yellow. Certainly not potable as it stands. You'd have to be a big swerve to get round the red, I think. So this could favour hat and feathers. A little bit of side on the ball and a gentle push gets the yellow back out into the table, but a lot of reds out there now, and presume it would be the one into the bottom right hand corner to start with, and see where that takes us. And of course the angle there may just free the black as well, which, if he was good enough to clear the table, he'd need to do. And he's chosen the double. Sean's back at the table. Both team finals now are poised at 3 each. Sean pushes a red relatively safe whilst leaving his remaining yellow out in the table. Well, there's a chance to pot the yellow now, but if you might do a setup and do so to try and move the black and the red apart next time. The danger, of course, is if he did pot the yellow, he's got to then play the black, and he releases all of the reds in a pottable position. Red pushed over the pocket. Partial snooker. You can probably just see the edge. Might be time to start clearing one or two reds away. I think the question is going to be, who's going to move the red and the black apart, under what circumstances. I'm not sure whether that's a deliberate attempt to get Sean to pot this yellow. He can go through between the reds. Look, he decides to pot it, and the idea was to screw back into the two balls. Didn't quite happen, but he's in a position now where whether he can roll up behind the black and possibly leave some sort of snooker, but the difficulty, of course, is that the one open red in the middle of the table will pot into virtually all of the other pockets. So he could be in trouble here, whether he'll perhaps just screw back or... I don't think he's managed to do that, and well, be hard pressed not to get a red here. And of course, if he does get a red up the top of the table, it puts Sean in even greater mire. So he just needs to make sure he doesn't foul now. And there's I think it'd be pretty hard not to hit a red here, wouldn't it? Kelly, you think? It'd be hard not to hit one of those reds somewhere.
He could pot one, really.
Well, I'm not even sure he
gets it right.
Yeah.
But if he hits one,
well, I mean, the main thing is he doesn't give a foul away.
But yeah, you're right. It'd be hard to miss.
Well, if he misses the red on the top cushion on the left, it's going to come back and hit the others, and I can't believe it would get in between them. Anyway, here we go. Yep, it's good, and I don't think he can get through. He might be able to just get through between the red and the cushion, but that causes him problems. If he goes down the table and comes back and hits the black, then he pushes the red out into the table. And he'd have to be absolute dead weight to get on the black and leave the white in the same position as he was in last time. So, although there are still 6 red balls on the table, Ryan will be thinking that he's got a chance here. Well, the white did clearly easily go through past the red and hit the black, and he's moved the black on. The question now is, can Ryan pot 6 reds and a black to win the frame of the game? There's the first. They're all very gettable. It's left that a bit thin, but it'll go. Chose not to. That's Sean back in again. He's still got problems as Sean. That looks like a full ball snooker. So he doesn't have to hit a cushion this time after the contact with the 8 ball, but It's not an easy shot. I think the one red and the middle bag could well be in the way of his clear path to a straightforward bank shot. So does he go off 2, 3 or even 4 cushions round the table? Looks like it. He's gone with pace and he's done well. He's got a clean shot on the black. The reds are all out in the open. And he's got every chance of clearing these reds now and getting position on the black to take a 4-3 lead for the Hat and Feathers. Well, that's got to be for the middle bag. I would think it. Shouldn't think he'll play the red nearest to him here. It leaves a bit of a potentially awkward angle, so I think he's got to take the red into the middle. He's going to leave himself a little tight. Fortunately, I think that whilst the wall is there, he can get a clean shot at this. Missed it.
Oh.
And this is cuttable. It's a fine cut, but it's cuttable. And the white sails up the table, misses the pocket, and that's 3 in a row for Anchor Wodens, who now lead 4-3. So it's down to Anchor's captain Dave Woods and Jonathan Luty for the last of the singles. So it's do or die now for Hat and Feathers. Jonathan Luty to break. What wouldn't he give for a dish now?
So I'm guessing if the Hat and Feathers win this for 4-4,
They'll go to a decider on doubles.
oh, interesting.
Well, Jonathan won his first game. This is Dave's first appearance of the evening. He didn't play in the first half, and that's a bit of a break. It looks like 3 reds have gone down. The difficulty always there is now potting another red to keep yourself on them. Right, bit of thought. It's a possibility the red might just clip into the middle, and the other option is I don't think the plant will go. So does he take the option of going with the yellows? Sees him start 3 balls down, but if the yellows are on, that's near the middle bag, but he's safe, and well, he potted 3 reds off the break and has gone for the yellows. So, of course, the difficulty is if you miss one of the remaining reds, then it just lets your opponent in, doesn't it? Right. nearly on parity. One more yellow and they're back to square one. 4 balls each. Got 2 clear shots. He'll probably take the yellow to the bottom left corner. That's what he looks to be lining up for, but shows what I know. He's gone the other way. Pots well and does very well to move the yellow off the cushion. Not sure it goes past the red next to it, but he's got 2 yellows here. He's got the yellow down the table into the bottom left hand corner, and he's got a straight yellow across. If he takes that, then he's also got the next yellow back into this bottom corner, so they could be lining up. Lovely shot. Potted well and has got the 2 choices now. Again, a yellow into the middle and a yellow into the bottom left. It's a question of which is best for position, and the difficulty is what does he do with the final yellow? If possible, to move them apart.
I think he's got to take this one near the red first.
You would think so.
Because it's the only pocket it will go in.
Yes.
I mean, the other yellow's got a few choices, and he can easily hold for it.
Yes, if he takes the yellow into the middle, though, it frees the yellow at the bottom here on the left up into the top pocket, which he can't put now. Well, yellow missed. It stops almost over the pocket, and no easy shot left for the Reds. So he's pulled back, and it's Dave's first shot in this game. Got nothing obvious. No clean shots at a pot. Possibly fetch the red off the side pocket and leave the yellow up somewhere near the top pocket to but doesn't give a clean shot for Jonathan, and it brings the red off the cushion as well. Considering the triple ball plant here, possibly, which would mean that yellow does go past the red. That's come out well. I think there's
quite an easy snooker here, though, isn't there?
Yeah. But having said that, I think Jonathan, little acknowledgement there on the tap on the table to said, well, wasn't quite what I intended. For each. Right, just news in from the next table. The secondary cup final is going to go to a deciding doubles match. It's 4 games each, race to 5. Still waiting to decide whether this goes to a decider. Jonathan at the table.
Yeah, good shot.
Obviously couldn't see any of the yellows at all. No cushion hit there, but nicely left the white ball. And again, it doesn't look like there's an absolute clean shot. No, well, he could see it. Pushed it safe. Just confirmation coming in now. We're at 4-all. Ben Gale won the match, the last game for Elizabethan B to tie it up at 4-all, and the final double match for Elizabeth to sort it. Ben Gale and Ryan Leonard will play Joe Lewson and Dan Clark. Jonathan kicks the red away from the yellow and leaves it. Well, it looks pretty safe to me. I can't see too much on. There's a difficult shot to play the one red onto the red at the top, but I think I'd be looking for the snooker here and then just hope that they can't get at the 2 yellows off the cushion. It's played, and can't see too many paths out of there. Total called, and I think Matthew decides it's a total without having a close look. It must be pretty obvious. I just wonder if he can get off the side cushion here on the right and come in behind the red.
Possibly.
And there's an opportunity possibly to pot one.
Although I do think he can still go at the top cushion. He can just squeeze past that red and get the right angle as well.
Yes. And probably need a bit of side on it, I would think. But you see, even if he hits the yellows there, I'm not sure that anything would pot. I'm not sure the second yellow up from the bottom cushion will go. Anyway, we'll see now. Cue ball's on its way. It's got the right pace. Touches a yellow, and that's excellent. Come out of that very well. He certainly has partially covered the red at the top, I think.
I think he has got a chance to pot this one into the bottom right, but he's got to be really careful what he's doing with the black, because he potentially could run into the black here. So yeah, he's not going to.
No, he's going to go for the second red, isn't he? Yeah. Right. Tough this for Jonathan. He's done very well there to get that ball in, but unfortunately the cue ball has rolled up to one of his remaining 2 yellows and gives him no options and probably nowhere to hide either. There are options all over the table to pot a red. Might take some working out, this one. Critical point on the next door table. Doubles match in progress. Jonathan decides that the best option is to just play thinly off the first yellow. There's almost no way you could put the cue ball on the table that wouldn't afford a shot for Dave Woods. And I think they're all gettable. Red into the middle, red down the bottom, red into the opposite bottom. Just leaves the black probably into the middle. So it's this for game and match. Ooh, that didn't work out right. Too much pace and not the right angle. Was left him with a red that really won't go anywhere, I don't think, unless there's a possibility of a double. But his option here is to leave the white ball in behind the black. The two yellows are neatly lined up behind the black. So the option there is to just play the snooker and then come back and have another go. Went for the adventurous shot off the cushion rather than the snooker, and it's left Jonathan in with certainly a chance to pot the first yellow. Quite sure how easy it will be to get position. Probably have to play it with a fair bit of top, I would think. Pots well. Always difficult when you're queuing down over a ball. We're quite sure you're going to get the right contact. He's left himself a thin shot on the yellow. Of course, if he misses it, it's going to go back down towards the red. If he pots it, then it should leave him nicely placed to finish the game off and make it 4 each. So
he's going to look for some safety. I would have thought if trying to cut that in is going to, the white's just, you don't know where the white's going to go there.
Well, it's going to end up somewhere down this end, isn't it? So the best place is to put the white. That's a snooker. Well, you can see the red, but he can't pot it. Double kiss was always on there, and of course let's push the red a little nearer. And I don't think the snooker's on this side, so he either goes for the pot or tries to get the white ball somewhere in towards the top left-hand corner pocket.
I imagine it's got to be the pot now. He can definitely pot that and come back down the right side of the black, can't he?
Well, the other option is he might come down the right-hand side and and put the cue ball where it is now.
Oh. He's counting his lucky stars that didn't go in.
He's probably hit it a little harder than he might have liked, because it's put the yellow back into a difficult position again. And Because
Again,
he
it's a-
could easily have gone in off there.
Oh, I thought he'd have done a little delicate shot there for the snooker, but doesn't lift it easy.
No. Can he get the white back behind the black, possibly? Off 2 cushions, or maybe 3. Taking the yellow on the right hand side. He's going the other way.
Yeah, I think his idea was to block the pocket.
Yeah. You've got to be spot on to do that, and I think just taking a break for a second to not interfere with the game on the next table. Drawing to a close. 1 red and a black left there. Red's on the table. But we have a fairly straightforward red here for Dave. And he's screwed back quite nicely. He's got a touch off the angle on the middle bag, and he's left himself a very straightforward black to win the game and match.
Yeah.
5-3. So that's all over, and well done to Anker Woudmans. Good, tight, interesting match with Hat and Feathers there 3-1 up at the break, but coming out and in the end the class of Anker Woudmans came through. They won all 4 singles in the second half to take the match 5-4, and we've got a result in for the other match as well. That's just finished literally simultaneously, and in that one Elizabethan B have won the secondary cup, winning 5-4, took the doubles. Ben Gale and Ryan Leonard took the doubles, so Elizabethan B 5, Tigers A 4, the result in the secondary cup final. Just a reminder, the result in the main cup final is Anker Woden 5, Hat and Feathers 3. So now we'll be taking a short break and then moving on to the singles. Okay, we're going to take a break, I don't know, for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Yep.
And we'll be back with first of all, the ladies' single final. And then the men's single final, I'll be handing over to 2 of the players in that team final, and that's Shane Balding and Jonathan Luty on opposite sides in the team final, but they'll be commentating on the men's singles, which will feature Alan Mason and Johnny Dunham. With that, we'll just leave you, and we'll be back shortly.
So tomorrow night we've got a money match. Dan Arbin versus Dan Monaghan. The stated pot is 1,000. Heard yesterday that it could be nearer 1,200. A couple of backers coming in. Also got some knockout pool. Friday night singles knockout. But the main event on live stream tomorrow will be the money match.
You want live? Oh yeah. If you want to leave it live, just going to set you up music. Well, hello and welcome back to the Holbeach and District Pool League Finals night here at the Anchor Inn in Sutton Bridge. We've had a very exciting and interesting first half of the programme. The main game, the team finals, was a close fought game between Anchor Wodens and Hatton Feathers A, with at the halfway point Hatton Feathers 3-1 leaders, but Anchor Wodens came back very strongly in the second half, won 4 straight games, and they take the trophy 5-3. In the secondary cup it was even closer, that going to a deciding doubles, and that turned out to be Elizabethan B 5 excuse me, Tigers A 4. Well, we're ready to go with the second half of the programme. We have first of all the ladies singles final, which is a race to 3. That's between Sheridan Bennett of the Greyhound B and Sam Bailey of Crown and Woolpack B. 2 regulars who quite often, if not both of them, at least one of them gets through to the final. The ladies competition this year attracted 9 entries, obviously the 2 of them, and they came through a qualifying stage to meet in the final here tonight. The men's singles final, which will be played immediately after, is a match between Alan Mason and Johnny Dunham. Alan Mason, of course, already a winner tonight with the team final. Johnny Dunham from the Golden Lion will be the Saracen's Head, I beg your pardon, plays for the Saracen's Head, and he won't have hit any balls tonight, certainly not in anger, and that will take place, again a race to 3, immediately after the ladies' final. Now, I'll be taking my leave of you after the ladies' final, and 2 of the participants in the team final, Shane Boulding from Anchor Wodens and Jonathan Luty from the Hatton Feathers, will providing commentary and general comments on the men's final. They'll both know the competitors very well. Just waiting to lag off in the ladies. Let me once again thank the sponsors for this evening. We're here at the Anchor Inn, and they've provided the facilities and the food, which we're all grateful for, and the evening itself has been sponsored by DCS Window Cleaners and Jamie's Carpets, who are both local companies. So DCS Sound as well. Sorry, they're hidden away in the corner, and they're providing the music here tonight. So whether DC Sounds is the same as DCS Window Cleaners, I don't know, but very similar names. So our main sponsors, DCS Window Cleaners, Jamie's Carpets and DC Sounds. Of course, Lewis Digital Media are providing the coverage on the web, providing it live tonight, and for that we thank them, and Kelly Lewis, who's bringing the transmission to you. Right, well, we have Sheridan here waiting to go. I'm not quite sure where Sam is. She was here a minute ago. She just walked into the room now, and I think we're ready to lag. The best of 3, and the referee in this one is Tony. It's Tony Willows, a lady and not a gentleman. So the lag has been won. It's I think Sheridan who's going to break. We'll just set the tables up, and the doubles final is taking place on the other table here. That won't be televised, but it's between Chris Ripley and Chris Back on one hand, who play for the Golden Lion, and Chris Page and Martin Horsley, who play for Moulton Harrocks, and that's already underway. Right, we have Sheridan making the break. It's a dry break. However, the cue ball has been left precariously close to the bottom pocket here. Sam taking a red on and getting a good pot in. 3 reds congregated round the middle pocket. Maybe looking to play one in off the other. Doesn't pot, and Sheridan comes back to the table. Sheridan, a regular player in the Sutton Bridge Premier League, which takes place on Mondays and Tuesdays. Tracks some of the best players around and shows her ability by immediately getting off the mark, potting a yellow into the bottom pocket. Not quite sure that she can see a clear pot for the next one though. Cue ball rolled in behind one of her own yellow balls, and not sure she can see anything clean. I think Kelly must have been distracted there. I missed the last shot, and Sheridan obviously potted. Didn't see it, but she's missed a subsequent shot, and Sam's back in. Has a chance to clear some space on the table. Sheridan plays at the table, leaves it, I think, safe enough. The reds in the middle of the table are the wrong side of the middle pocket, and at the same time pushes her own yellow ball into a very potable position. Sam, safety first. Has an opportunity possibly to get the yellow off the cushion, but I think it's where she leaves the cue ball that will be important. Oh, it's gone for a very difficult pot up into the top corner, and it's missed.
Wasn't very far away.
No, it certainly rattled it a bit, but Sam's in there with a chance to pot in the middle. And leaves herself with possibly a straight red. I'm not sure whether it'll go past the yellow. Might be tight. She's also got the option of another red into the bottom right corner. Takes the option to just block the pocket. Sheridan playing a good long pot. Leaves herself well open to take the 2 open yellows if she wants to now, but will have some difficulty in clearing the yellow right up against the cushion. Decides to play cagey. Leaves what looks like to be certainly a, if not a full snooker, a partial one. Also leaving her yellow ball right in the jaws of the pocket for later consumption. White ball in on a foul gives Sheridan the chance to clear the yellow ball out away from the cushion, and the other 2 yellows are very potable. The black is. So that probably came out quite well. There's a little bit of cannoning going on in there, but it turns out the white is available to pot, and she's not hit it hard enough. She's snookered herself. I think she might just be able to catch the side of the ball off the cushion first.
Good swerve shot there.
She does that very well. Gets him with a chance to finish the game now with, I would presume, a yellow into the middle bag. Just needs to be careful she doesn't. No, she's gone for the long yellow. Misses it. Perfect on the black if the yellow would have gone in. But now Sam's turn, and she can make it a little difficult here if she wanted to. Just move the red nearest, so she's gone for the pot. Thought she might have perhaps gone for the red nearest the cushion, and the one she's going for now, run it down above the pocket and leave her opponent snookered, but she snookered her anyway. Referee Tony Willows just checking on whether any of the yellow could be seen. Good shot. Touches the yellow, and well, there are possibilities for Sam here. She could take the red into the top or the red into the bottom right hand side. Does neither, plays the snooker. You can probably see the edge of that. It wasn't quite as tidy a shot as it might have been. Of course, she's going to be pushing the ball away from the corner pocket, and in fact push it onto the side, so that's going to make it a bit more difficult. I suspect Sam will play to get the red off the cushion or near the cushion and put the white back down somewhere where it is. No, she's left it there. So clear shot on the yellow for Sheridan. May well double into the bottom right. I don't think there's a great deal of space past the black. Move the cue ball up to the far end of the table. Element of safety, perhaps. Need a good pot from Sam to finish this one. But if she does, the rewards are there. Oh, very close. Rattled the pockets. Had a double kiss in the end, which left the cue ball in a difficult position for Sheridan. Plays the ball. That's a lovely shot up the top. Leaves it in the jaws. she'd have snookered herself on the black, but I think she'll be happy where the yellow is. I do feel the snooker's probably coming up, and not sure the black might just squeeze past that red as well. I think the call is not a touching ball. Sam would be playing away. And that's got the red. Did well. Can't see the easier red, or it would be easier if the black wasn't there, but she'll presumably try to push one red onto the other.
Again, another good effort there.
Well, it was. That was an obvious way to go. If she didn't take the plant, then to play off the one red onto the other. But of course, unfortunately, it didn't go. But, Sheridan will, I think, quite easily see off the yellow here. What's the angle like on the black? Do you think it goes past?
Yeah.
Don't need to. It's got us straight into the other side.
Boom.
It's a great shot. (1-0) to Sheridan. Lovely finish. The shot on the final yellow was excellent to get the position on the 8 ball where she did. So 1-0 to Sheridan. Race to 3. We're into the second frame, I think, on the doubles final. I'm not getting any information over at the moment. So we're ready to go, and it's Sam to break. Dry break. The yellow hanging over the middle bag and the white in a difficult place. Right on the bottom cushion, tucked in behind the yellow. And I guess she'll try and cut this one in and give her a run on the yellows. Just so. Works out very well actually, because it kisses a yellow out from a tight spot. And it's a nice shot and pushes a yellow. I don't think it's quite potable past that red. Having a close look. Oh well, she's going for it, and she gets it as well. Good shot. That's unfortunate. The red's rolled to block the path into the middle bag on the right hand side. She's going to try a double into the other side. No, it's gone. The angle was there. So there's a Sheridan looking good at the moment here. She can play the one yellow onto the other, just so. Got a straight yellow down the bottom. Misses it. That would have been game, you would have thought. So Sam's in with a chance again now. Got to pot well. There's the first. Very simple red into the middle, or a red into the top right. She's taking the one. She needs the position here. Plays the red back across into the opposite middle. And well, there's one tough red right on the right hand side cushion. But she can move that this time. Pop the red in the middle and run onto the second red and move it down the table possibly over the pocket as a safety for the yellow. Well, she hasn't done it. She's done the other way round. So Sheridan's in now. What's the yellow? I don't think this yellow will go. She can't see enough of it, so just a roll up, I would think. So Sam probably no other option other than to play the red toward in the middle bag, near the middle bag, whether she pots it or not. But then options available after to get a snooker. She's left Sheridan with a shot, at least. Hit it. Oh, right, there's. No, that was part of the plan, but it's an in-off by Sheridan and gives Sam 2 shots. Not quite sure whether I'd want to move that yellow at the moment. I might leave that for Sheridan to do next time round, perhaps. Right, second shot coming up. Just put her in difficulty and see what happens. Did that touch?
No. No, it's the foul shot.
Is that foul called, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So Sheridan with 2 shots. Well, move the red with screw perhaps, or maybe you play the other red to the left of the yellow,
onto the yellow.
Kiss it onto the yellow and see where that ends up. Just got to be careful she doesn't get stuck behind the black and the red, but of course that's irrelevant now because that wasn't the shot she played. Possible double here for Sheridan.
Oh, good cut.
She went for the cut and it nearly made it. I would have thought that was very near impossible. But she's even though she didn't pot it, it's left it absolutely over the pocket and put Sam in a bit of bother. Well, if she goes for the snooker here and gets it off this bottom red, the top red could well be in the way of the... no, she hasn't done it. All about the position on the black. Not the easiest, but it will go into the middle.
Oh, that's straightened up.
A double or a triple. Not quite enough angle to make any of them. Sam's basically got 1 red to aim at. And quite enough pace on that one, either for the snooker or onto the bottom cushion. So, chance for Sam. Misses out. Right. Now then, the shot here for Sam is to try and play that into the bottom corner. And if it misses, sorry, the top corner, and if it misses, which she doesn't, try and leave it safe for the black. But she potted it. She's got a chance of the red here. And well, that might cut. Might just cut. Well, that should be game over. Missed it. 2 shots. It was a very fine cut, and she played it too fine. So 2 shots for Sam. She probably won't She's not done herself any favours there either. She's left the white right by the cushion. The wall will be in the way, and it's not the easiest cut anyway. Right, so I think looking for the smaller cue here. Maybe she just takes the butt end off hers. It's never easy playing with a shortened cue.
Oh.
And Sam does the same as Sheridan and misses the ball completely. I'm not sure it was that fine, but anyway, that leaves Sheridan with the simplest task to go 2-0 in the lead, and always a difficult comeback when you're 2 down and playing first 1 to 3. So I think both the girls there will be a little disappointed, giving foul shots away right near the end, and in the end Sheridan was the beneficiary.
Yep, absolutely.
So a good first game for Sheridan. That perhaps lacked a little bit of the quality, but I know them both, I've played them both, they're both good players. And here's Sheridan breaking now with a chance to seal the match and the cup. Another dry break. Nice one from Sam, plays one red onto the other, and gives the opportunity to take more. Doesn't take it. Ball's not very well split here actually,
No.
Kelly. They're going to have to go into the pack somewhere down the line and break them up. Find out what's happening in the other one over there, doubles final. Okay, news comes through that the doubles final next door is 1 game all at the moment. Sheridan gets back on the trail, pots the yellow. 5 balls left and a black from victory. Plays a canny little shot. It doesn't leave Sam much, but she's got to go along the cushion and got the chance to play one red onto another. Instead takes an option which I'm not sure she meant, but she comes out with a very good snooker. The black is protecting on this side. It's most definitely a total. And maybe she could go around 2 cushions and come into the back of the 3 yellows, possibly, but it's not the way she's going. She makes a yellow, but fouls in off. So, depending on how confident she is, a chance for Sam to break up the pack. Hitting the red nearest the black would bring the red out, and it would also bring the other red out behind it, because the yellow would kick it on. Where it would kick it to or not, I don't know. But anyway, that's not going to happen. First shot goes in, no problem. Second shot was quite a way off, that one. And not only does she miss it, she leaves Sheridan in with a nice little shot into the corner. Takes it well. There's 2 more yellows here which could go reasonably well. Doesn't take screw, plays the snooker instead. Right, well, I think she's got to go and cross the table, and there's 2 reds there. split them up. They're all on now. It's the hardest one, and Sheridan's taken it into the top corner. I thought perhaps the middle might have been the shot, but she's chosen the top left-hand pocket and hit it very well into there. Problem, of course, doing that is that she's taken the white to a position that doesn't afford an easy shot now. She's snookered herself. She's got to go across the table, and we'll be looking to. Well, she's hit one, but no pot. Sam can now start to clear up. Her problem will be dealing with these two reds near the top cushion, near the bottom cushion, where she is now. Can easily clear the other two. Shot by Sam.
Free ball plant?
Doesn't really. Well, yes, there is. That's the option. It's nothing to lose, is there?
Oh.
Well, unless you put the cue ball in, of course. It wasn't a triple plant. It was obviously just a straightforward plant, 2 balls, which would have gone if she'd have been just slightly on a different line. So, Sam, I think we'll try and clear the yellow away. There's red into the middle. Play gently. She can play the red back into this side.
Yeah, good thinking that.
Yeah, red into this side.
Needs to play this one now.
Well, red into the side here.
Yeah.
With a bit of screw to hold it, or stun to hold it.
Yeah.
And then roll up to the top red.
We can even follow through and come off the bottom cushion and go bounce back up. But
She's probably got away with that a little bit. Sheridan. Splits the yellows up. Options there next time if she can get the ball anywhere down this end. So with the option of a red into the middle, I think, and a plant up the top. Problem is where she's going to put the black. Nice shot. Of course, the black won't go into either pocket down this end, so she's got to manipulate it from there, which I think won't be a very easy job, to somewhere below the black, so she can play it into the middle. Okay, it's going to be a double then. Again, not much of an option here. That might cause some problems. If she got the ball, the white ball, in the right place, that would be not a difficult plant. And I think she's thinking of leaving the yellow over the pocket and Probably just playing the snooker, which she does very well. One good shot here. Across the table. Black into the middle.
Oh,
2 shots. Right, going for the plant. Yeah, missed the plant, but that's the second shot, and the balls are reasonably lined up. I think that's the way to go. I know it's difficult queuing over the other yellow, but you've got to be very careful here because the black's in the middle of the table, and unless you pot, it's going to be 2-1. I don't think that was the percentage shot myself, personally. So, next blood to Sam. That makes it 2-1 in the ladies. Sam lives to fight another day. The start of the long way back. Got to take the first step, of course, and she's done that. Don't know whether there's a little bit of final nerves involved in this. I've seen both of the ladies play many times, and both of them are possibly playing a little below par tonight.
I think if you add in the fact that they're on live stream as well, that can add a little bit to the nerves and a little bit to the pressure.
Yeah, it's all out there for everybody to see, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so Sam broke, managed to get a yellow down. Nothing simple, perhaps a yellow into the top pocket, or she could take the red into the bottom left pocket, maybe. It needed to be hit hard, and it was, and it went in, but unfortunately didn't split the pack up as well as she would have liked. So, but that's definitely split them up. Sheridan's in, she's on the yellows. Good shot that from Sam. I think I'd be tempted to shift this one in the cushion here and put that down. Play stun on it. She's got the red back into the middle. Nice. That the top red of the two at the other end will go.
She's got to be careful you don't push that other one on the cushion. That was the better shot, wasn't it?
Well,
if she can screw back now without making contact with the second red. No, I would have seen it that she might have
she'd have moved the second red, but she might have moved it enough to bring it back into play rather than left it on the cushion where it is now. But another chance here for Sam, because that red will go in the middle, and if it's done gently. It does gently. She's got the red up the top. Yep. Oh, not quite. Unlucky. Unlucky. I think if she can just move it up to the top pocket, it gives her a chance then. It leaves her a bit too far. She's got a nice black down the bottom corner here if she can get on it. And she's got a big pocket as well, because that yellow will help it in. It's a lovely shot. Right behind the line there, it didn't touch the sides, went in beautifully. She didn't have to do a lot on that one. They've got this one down the bottom. It's a question if she can get these two, how she gets the white to oh, not quite. Could have been a lovely kiss, that. See if she can get the white ball back over. She's got to pot the yellow first, of course. But, that looked to be an excellent finish at one stage, but anyway, Sam's in. Very fine, thin cut.
Double?
And, it's got to be a double. There's no two ways about it, is there? Brings the white down to the bottom cushion. It could be safe as well. At least it's safe, or relatively safe, although Sheridan's got a habit of getting these long angle pots in. She's hit 2 or 3 tonight that have been exceptional. Can't see her trying this one, but she's got to try and leave the white ball back over on the right hand side as we're looking at the table, and try and make any potential pot on the black as difficult as possible. I think that might possibly cost her this game. It's got to go into the top left, hasn't it, really, from here, because even if she misses it, it leaves the white safe.
Yeah.
Or safe-ish. You know, there's always the double, but if she goes into the middle, then she's got to make sure she's got enough pace on to bring the white back down here. But that's good enough, I think.
That's a good.
And that's the second part of the comeback completed. So it's
One frame shootout.
One frame shootout, sudden death, and it'll be Sheridan to break. Well, that's all 3 games that or 3 matches that we watched tonight have been tight, 5-4, 5-3, and this one is going to go to the decider as well. It's 2-all. And well, the way Sheridan started, you would have said she was bang on to win the match, but
2-0 up and flying, really.
Yeah, and Sam, of course, has come back very well. Sheridan to break. This is the final game. 2 each. Sheridan, is that the 4th dry break out of 5 for these two?
Yeah, I think it is, actually.
Probably. Dry breaks left and centre. Even right. Anyway, what's on? There doesn't look to be a lot left to go at. There's possibly 1 red into the middle bag, I think Sam's going for. And and well, it was a fine cut, but not that fine. Oh. Well, she must have touched it on the way through. I didn't see it myself, but must have happened. Sam back in on the yellow. Nice yellow into the middle, followed by yellow down this bottom right. There's a nice plant there as well into the bottom left. Just the one difficult yellow, which is near the bottom cushion to the centre. Of course, it's all very well in theory, isn't it? It's a bit difficult when you get out there, and it's not quite as easy as you paint the pictures when you're looking at a screen or even at a match live. But this is a potential plant. It's going to take the white ball away, unfortunately.
A good effort. Oh,
okay. So the plant didn't come off, and even worse, the cue ball was in the middle bag. So it's 2 shots to Sheridan. She's still got 7 balls to dispatch. And she's moved the one difficult red. She's got plenty of red balls to hide behind if she wants to, but the rest 6 of them, or at least 5 of them, are out in the open. So she's got options. Chosen to cover the pocket.
Terry Beecham's asking if there's an update on the doubles score.
Last I heard, it was 1 each. Try and find Woody's over there having a pint. We'll try and find an update on the doubles in a minute. Meanwhile, Sam's back in. Ooh. Left the cue ball teetering on the edge of the pocket, and it's got the yellow out into the middle. That'll pot into probably 3 pockets. That's a lovely shot from Sheridan. I think it's, well, she hasn't got I don't think a full snooker. She can probably just see the outside. What's happening over there?
Still.
Over there.
Still 1-1.
2 each. This is 2 each.
Is that still 1-1? Okay, so the doubles is still 1-1. That must be a really long technical game going on over there. I think we've played 4 frames here since it was last 1-1.
Well, they were definitely at 1-1 before we got to 1-1 here. So it either says the ladies have been playing very well, or as you say, it's a very technical game next door. Anyway, we're back in here now, and Sheridan is on the balls. Played a red and looked for a plant there, didn't get it, but she's got the second shot after the foul. And there's only one red really that's of any difficulty. It's the one down the nearest the bottom cushion. If she can get below that red, play it up the table or into the middle bag better. It's a lovely shot. She's really good on these long angled shots.
Great pot, that.
Yeah. I mean, if for no other reason, she were to win, it'd be the quality of those shots that's given her the edge. Difficult one for Sam, queuing over a red.
Oh, she's got lucky.
Well, she got very lucky.
And the position on the black as well. Look at that.
I mean, what can you say? This is the end of it. Well,
wow.
I wish we'd got a replay here, because that was a fortunate pot. Hit the yellow in hope, and it flew into the middle. But not only that, she left herself on the black, and it was a straight black to win. So we have the final of the ladies is settled, and Sam Bailey's come from 2-0 down to take the title, 3-2. And well, she must be brave, because they say fortune favours, and that was fortunate. Sheridan can probably think herself a little bit unlucky there. Right, well, it's break time. They're going to set up for the 2-1 Chris back. Right, update on the doubles. Chris Back's team. The Golden Lion are leading 2-1 now against Moulton Harrocks. So 2-1, and they're into the fourth game there. Plenty of balls still on the table. The final of the ladies is over. We are now into the final live match of the evening on the screen. It's going to be the men's singles between Alan Mason of the Anchor Woad, and Johnny Dunham of the Saracen's Head. And it's time for me to take my leave of you. I shall leave you with...
Well, thank you very much, Peter. I'm sure everybody's enjoyed listening to your tones for the evening.
I'm sure they've all
I think you've done a grand job with the information and constant commentary on the matches.
You can all wake up now if you're out there listening, and we'll hand you over to Jonathan Luty and Shane Balding. I think are going to take on commentary for the men's final.
Lovely. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to John Luty and Shane Balding once he makes his way over.
Good evening, everybody. Big John Luty here, just waiting on Shane Balding to arrive. I think he's gone for a nervous wee before he actually starts. So we've got the men's singles final coming up very shortly. Two local legends of the Holbeach League, Big Johnny Dunham and Little Alan Mason. I think Mr. Balding's nervous wee has turned into a nervous shit, but we'll see where he is. We've also got the local promoter, wannabe Eddie Hearn, Matt Ward, going to be refereeing it by the looks of it. was doing the lag. Alan's won that one by a country mile. Now better get the final underway. There's a very precious break there. Ah, here he comes. Mr. Bolden's now going to join us. He's just managed to go and get himself a quick 3 pints just to last the final. Oh. And here is Mr. Bolden.
Oh. Hello, Johnny.
Bit loud, mate, but
Sorry,
you're all
mate. I'm better.
You can,
No.
that's it. Get it just touching your lips. Come on, you've done it before. You got the cord round it.
You've got to eat it.
There we go.
Right, we're up and on away.
Yep.
Got last year's finalist, Alan Mason. Unfortunately lost last year, so hoping go one more better. Against Johnny Dunham, a well-respected player in the league.
Otherwise known as Oswald Cobblepot to many. You might even get to see his wand going all over the table later.
Probably.
Oh, just rattled that.
Close, but no cigar. He won't be too displeased with the outcome, though.
I don't think you'll notice whether he's displeased or happy, to be honest.
No.
Face doesn't seem to change much.
Oh. Stone-faced Johnny.
Oh, or stoned Johnny, one of the two. Not too sure which.
We're all loving his t-shirt tonight.
Absolutely. And he is a player, as I've heard.
He is a player.
Ladies, watch out. Or maybe even men, who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Or as attacking shot.
Oh.
It's a good effort. Alan
Mace has
Mason.
missed one. He's missed one.
It's okay, Johnny. It's okay. He'll be happy with that.
So for those of you just joining in, yes, the my boys, the Hat and Feathers, we did get violated earlier. I'm feeling a bit sore right now.
It was a good game. Good game. You put up a good show.
Even more disappointed that I lost to the Wizard.
Oh, where's this landing? This could be perfect. Oh, it's a dream shot.
Dirty. Dirty, that. So if you're watching on Facebook and you can hear us, give a little shout out so we know you're there.
Johnny chalking his cue. Got
Vigorously.
Blow the duster.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Mr. Glazebrook here. Apparently Mace played terrible in the cup final. Oh. Oh, dear. I'll match you with an opinion there. But you're right, mate. He got lucky.
You're right. We did.
Oh, they are.
Oh,
No,
that's gone wrong, Johnny. It's gone wrong.
It's gone very wrong.
It was good thinking, but just slightly went wrong. But he has got a chance here.
We've got Michelle there. She's watching and listening. Terry shouting. Disturb. He did try, but it hasn't come out well. We've also been told that the master of ceremonies, Tony Willers, is not wearing any underwear. I'm not sure whether this is just rumour or fact. I might get the old DC Sounds over there just to find out for me.
Yeah. Ripping back at 2-1.
Yeah, ripping back at 2-1 up over on the other table. after a mammoth third frame that took around about 6 days, 2 hours and 22 minutes. Yeah.
Here comes Dave, who fancies a game of darts.
Yeah, he's come for a game of darts. He just decided to put off.
Johnny's lining this one up. He's giving this some sore action.
There is, isn't there? I'll bet. His hands must be sore as anything.
Oh, he's nailed it, but
hello.
he lost the white, unfortunately.
Somebody getting a sat nav for Christmas.
He's got to shut down now. The finish is off. Just play a containing shot.
There we go. There's the sore action.
Oh,
He's nearly gone through his thumb. Not quite.
Oh, I can see that one. I didn't realise I could see that one.
Oh, I didn't see it.
That'll do. It's containing shot.
Yep.
Alan's definitely in the ascendancy now. I think he'll just drop this over the black bag. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, red's definitely massive favourites now.
There's a bit of time left in this frame now, isn't there?
Yeah. A big shout out to Matthew Wood, by the way. Top lad, runs a great league. Very keen.
Does all sorts of promotions, boxing, whatever you can think of, really. Tiddlywinks. He'll promote it.
And he is he's 8 calls in tonight, so I don't think you'll get a comment on him. But yeah, he's done well.
Carl Smith has put, nice to see Don't Call Shane Window Cleaning is sponsoring it.
Who's that?
Carl Smith, there you are. I don't know why you're looking, you can't see it at all. That's why I just said
got
what
my
it
glasses
said.
with me now.
He's got
We'll
his
get them
glasses,
on.
Good turnout tonight watching it. Another local legend over there. Randy Cooperman, he's over there.
Oh, the crowd's
He's the crowd's favourite, is Andy Cooper.
full of superstars tonight. But Andy's the main one.
He is
really.
indeed.
He's the one everyone wants to see.
Hit a 157 checkout last week.
I heard about this. Yeah.
I don't believe, I wasn't there, I didn't see it, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, he's a very talented sportsman. Mainly at pub sports. I don't know why that is, but
he has got the physique for it, though, hasn't he?
yeah. He reminds me of Cliff Lazarenko in many ways, but
absolutely. Reminds me a bit like Andy Fordham.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit slimmer though. Andy Fordham was. Other local celebrities, we've got the Monk in tonight as well, haven't we?
Yeah, the Monk's in. Yeah,
everybody saw him playing in the first.
We did get a good
final.
shot of his head and his game. Yeah, he's coming on.
So we've got some really good games. We've still got obviously the singles final here. We've got the doubles final playing on. We've got another game at the back there. We've got who has got the hardest collar between your father-in-law and Vernon. They're at it again. Fuck me, there's some starch going on in those households, isn't there?
Yeah, there's some quality collars back there actually.
Oh, I think even Trev.
Yeah, Trev's in the mix.
Yeah, he's playing it. There's not a lot of starch on his collar, but he's definitely up.
That's proper old school collar, that is. Yeah, I like that. He's rocking the Slazender look.
Literally rocking it, isn't he?
And Vernon, wow, what can you say about Vernon's?
He wants to be careful he don't cut himself. That's what he wants to be careful. He could take those ears off if he gets any close.
I'm loving his collar. Anyway, back to the game.
We're still knocking about in the front.
There's been some progress. So
there has. I think Mike's got a chance there to go for these.
Yeah, I think it's a game. Double kiss that in. Yeah, they're definitely all there now. I think this is frame over. A little screw back on the one near the black.
Yeah.
I just ran it off. Yeah, roll. Oh, he's a bit short on that, to be fair. Yeah, he's a bit short.
I don't know if he can hold on that by dropping.
It's poor shot, careless. Yeah, now he's got to put some action into this. I think he's got to screw off a top cushion and back again.
Yep.
Very careless that shot.
Here we go.
He's tried to hold it. It's gone wrong.
Oh, that is dirty.
Now he's definitely underdog. That's very careless from Mace. Very talented player, but plays some careless shots. Now he's in trouble. Johnny can just glance off his yellow. Oh, the doubles final back he just played. Loose shot and screwed in off. But you all can't see that, so what are we talking about it? Now what's Johnny going to do here? Nothing.
All he's got is a little glance. That's all he's going to do, surely.
Oh my goodness gracious. Surely that didn't touch.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Huh?
Oh, we need a replay on this.
Oh.
Kelly. My personal opinion is it didn't touch, but
Hang on.
I think we need to go to VAR, lads. Hold on a minute.
Hang on, we've got a replay going.
Yeah, VAR.
VAR.
No, the lads are playing. A two-cushion escape.
I am watching a replay
Oh, and
of
he's
this.
nailed it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did actually go.
Did it?
Yeah, it touched. Yeah, it touched.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah. We did do a VAR. It's all right. He's got it anyway. He's snookered.
Well, that's a great shot from Alan. To be fair, the two-cushion escape, but he needs another one.
I'll be honest with you, he's not the crowd's favourite tonight.
I think he's hit it, but it's in off. No, it's not. Oh, great shot again.
Yeah, he's not the crowd's favourite tonight because there was a total situation earlier when he could see out the ball.
I did hear about it.
It was a little bit naughty. It was a little bit naughty. Martin Horsley's on the black in the doubles one. Yep.
Oh, and the big ball goes up for a 2-all situation and doubles. Yeah, we've got a win.
Single frame shootout over there.
Well, not a big ball, just a slight murmur, but they've done well.
Here goes Johnny again. What's he doing there?
Johnny's
tell you what.
nailed an absolute beast of a double.
What a double that was. That was absolutely delightful.
Just a little rolling. And then a nice little black, and it looks like first dibs to Johnny. Action-packed first frame, always lining it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be careful, his thumb might come off.
Oh.
Slams it.
Some sort of snatch situation going on the black, but
1-0.
It's in the hole. That's all
Johnny
that counts.
Gunnell's 1-0 up.
Yeah.
Give it a little wave. Shane, give it a little wave. There he is. We're all here. Here in the box seats.
Yeah, get back to the table, Kel.
He could have pre-warned me, so I could have sucked it all in, but no, we went au naturel then. Nearly had a good view of Woody's crack there as well.
Yeah, they're all there. The last time in doubles is about to begin.
There's Chris back. You don't look happy.
2-all. Rip at a break.
Can you do any impression of Shane?
Who is it? Who is it? No.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Delaying proceedings.
Oh.
Right, getting back to singles final. Second frame, Johnny at break.
Give him about 5 seconds just to chalk that cue.
Yeah, that will chalk. This will be an in-the-air situation.
I think we all need to be careful. We're right in the firing range here.
Yeah, lots of head movement.
Oh
Just-
my God. Oh. I got a little bit scared for nothing there.
Not done a lot.
No.
This can be a tactical frame. The balls haven't split well.
Yep. monster break there from Chris on the other table.
Paul his weight behind that one.
He did. Surprised the
Oh.
balls didn't go smash.
Mace has drilled that one in. And all of a sudden, these yellows looking good.
Yeah, they do. I think that red might cause a little problem.
Oh, he's got some negotiating to do, but he's definitely got the brains to do it. Oh, this one sneaks in the middle. I like this. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Do you? I don't know if I like him playing this one though. Unless that other one goes.
Yeah, they all go.
Oh, it passes, does it?
Johnny could have done a little bit further on that, I think.
Oh, it does pass.
Oh my goodness. Very rash, Alan. Very rash.
No, Ian, they haven't run out of beer. He's got a full one. He might have to take a quick stop and go and get another one after the end of this frame though.
Who's that?
That's Ian Brunt.
Ah, Bunty. Good old Bunty.
Yeah.
Bunty likes to drink, to be fair. Yeah, me and him had many of a 9 a.m. drink.
9 a.m. drink.
We love it.
Oh.
I believe the next seniors tour, Alan Mason has drawn a Mr. Brunt in the first round. That'll be an interesting game.
Oh.
Maybe he's looking in to see what type of forms Alan's in.
Why don't you go in the seniors tour?
You thought you was doing that tongue-in-cheek, Johnny, but I am actually old enough. I know I don't look it.
Wow.
I had a hard paper round when I was younger.
Uphill Beirut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I chose not to go on it this year. Maybe next year. Lots going on at the minute.
Oh, I didn't even see the white ball go down. I missed that.
No, I missed that one.
I was watching the doubles.
You're not in the best commentary position, to be fair, are you?
No, well, I can see it on there, but I can also see over on the doubles table.
Gary Neville and Carragher don't have this problem, do they, in the gantries? Woody's looking at the score just to remember what it is. What a great league secretary he is.
Yes. He's just showing loads of fingers then. I don't know what that's all about.
No.
It's only 1-0, but he just showed us 11.
He's the best league secretary we've had for the last 2 seasons.
He's got to be, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. Look,
Is your bill going up?
It's all about money for Woody.
When he makes the world go round.
there he goes. He's just chalking that cue
Oh,
up.
it's
Go on.
Just a little squeak to the doubles. Back is on a clearance.
What's he on the reds?
A little bit wrong angle on his second from last ball, but Johnny's sawing one up on the singles table.
Your mum really wants to know what the odds are of him beating Mace in the seniors.
Yeah, Johnny's drilled that one in.
Oh, I don't know how that's landed.
Can't see what's happened.
No, I think it's touching the yellow over that side.
But I think it cuts in the middle. You boys can't see it, but the tension's unbearable on table 2. Really is.
Johnny's just having a little think, chalking that cue again.
Oh,
He
gets through some chalk, that
he
boy.
must get through a piece of game,
Yeah,
surely.
I think so, yeah.
The back, he's just pulled out a massive cut in the middle.
Fantastic, in the crowd roar. left himself a bit to do. It's a twitchy one.
So Bucky for the black for the win.
Good shot, Johnny. Just overhit a little bit.
He's
oh
overcut it.
my goodness. Bucky's twitched.
Yeah,
Bad black.
the old arm just went. Still all to play for then in the doubles, 2-all. Back onto the singles.
Johnny's giving it a bit more chalk,
Yeah.
just in case any slipped off.
Oh,
What's he going to play? He likes a good double, Johnny. I
He
think he's
always
lining
does.
another one up.
I think so. I'm not sure. I thought he thinks he's playing billiards.
Oh.
He might have gone red into the white. I don't know. Yeah, here's the saw. Where's the saw? There it is. He's gone for it.
Oh, he drilled it. He drilled the double and he loves a double, this lad.
Old Dion Dublin loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's been a bit unfortunate, to be fair. He's landed with not much angle on the one in the middle and can't see the bottom one.
I reckon he's going to force this all the way round.
I can't see the exact angle, but I like a little cush first. Oh no, he can't do that, I don't think.
Right, so Matty Glazebrook wants to know, who's your pick to win the Worlds in Feb?
Who's this? Matty Glazebrook.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a blast from the past. We all love Matty.
So who's your pick then?
I'm not answering the question.
He's not answering, no comment. So thanks for your question, Matthew. But Shane just can't be bothered with you.
But I love you, all the same.
Loves you, just don't want to talk to you. Oh, he's fucking
Oh my
smashed now.
goodness.
Where's that going?
He drilled that in.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was unlucky.
He's been unfortunate, yeah. But there's a shot for the crowd here. There's a double for the crowd.
Oh, I'll tell you what, let's see what happens here. We're going to have a one going in a minute, I reckon.
Can't get my glasses on.
That's
What might I say? Oh, the IPA world. Oh, I didn't understand.
Well, I told you the question.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough on that.
So you're still not going to answer then, no?
What about you, Johnny? You go.
Hmm?
You go first. Do you know the lineup?
Do I know the lineup for the IPA Worlds? I'm... Good question. You go first.
I'm going for Lawson. I love him.
Yeah?
What's Johnny doing here? Oh, Johnny Dunham if he puts a late entry in. On the back of a Holbeach Singles League win.
Thank you, Matthew. Good to hear your comments. Bolden's took his glasses off so he can't read it.
That's poor, Matty G, really.
He said poor banter.
Not happy about
And he's
that
on
at
about the
all.
Blackball Worlds anyway.
Thought better of you, Matty. Almost a slow roll that in. He's got game, but he's got a little bit to do here. I think he's gone into them. Oh, it's a nice little controlled cannon. What's he going to do here though? Can he just drop it in? He can't drop it in and hold. He snaps that one a little bit. He's got to run this round. He's good at these shots.
Yeah. Right, shelling peas. Just
Nice
like that.
little finish, 1-1.
1-1.
Well done, well done.
Well, Johnny's just given him a nod of approval there. Then they have a little chat amongst themselves. You know, you could have done this, I could have done that. Don't really matter because I won the frame. I'm not too sure what Ripper's doing here. So on the doubles, Bucky missed the black to make it 3-2, and now they're in a world of hurt.
Oh, massive tool, yeah.
Bolden, you're back on camera as well, just to let you know.
Excellent.
Give a little wave there, a little royal wave. We're all good. Dave Wood's got in there as well, taking up half the picture.
Oh, everyone loved Dave.
The old,
Nice Dave, they call him.
the old Wizard of Waplo, there he is.
Yeah, but go away now, though.
Or Davith, the only gay in the village as well. Oh, we're back. That was Dave.
Alan broke a good break.
Yeah, they've all split good.
But either set has got a little bit of work to do.
It was just giving it a big that could have worked when he just knocked the white ball off the table. Yeah, possibly could if it stayed on.
Classic Ripper. That.
It could have worked if it weren't broken.
Oh, no, lovely cut down the rail from Alan. Oh, and he's finished nice on the next one down the rail, but he's got loads of work to do. I don't think he wants this in.
Well, he's played it like he wanted it in.
Oh my goodness.
I think he was in trouble if it did.
A little bit reckless again, really. Doesn't think about it.
Not sure, Terry, whether Johnny has had the shirt done for tonight.
Johnny's going for a little bit more chalk on his cue.
He is. I think we're going to have to get a new bit in a second. But like we said, he is a player. He's got a very nice belt on as well tonight. He's got the blue.
Yeah, oh, the belt's classic.
He's got some blue stars going around that.
Are the stars, normally you put stars on for the amount of times he won. Has he won the Holbeach singles 45 times?
Oh, I think he has. I think he has. He's now eyeing it up. Getting the old saw action going. Wait for it.
Oh, we love it.
Here we go, here we go.
He's an orthodox Johnny, but the balls go in the hole, and that's the aim of the game, and fair play to him.
I think I last saw him miss a double back in 1996 as well. Never seen him miss one since.
No. And he gets up for the occasion, he dresses for the occasion.
Oh,
look at that shirt.
It's
Nobody else has got a shirt like that on. Oh, look at that.
He has just spanked that. I'm not too sure why.
He's been a bit unfortunate, but I can see a shot. He's got a shot on the one just below the black to cut it in and open the pocket up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lining it up.
He's already seen that, mate.
I mustn't speak too loud.
No, shush. Unless he might have actually seen that shot as well. Oh.
He's not played it hard enough.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think.
Yeah, Page.
Yeah.
Page and Horsley have won the doubles final.
Michelle, you'll be happy with this. That they have won. They've won 3-2.
It's a good result from the two lads.
Yeah, great result.
Yeah.
Unlucky to Backy and Ripper. Oh, that's all right. Woody's back. He was reffing, but he was having a chat as well.
Yeah, Woody loves to socialise.
I always love someone who goes into someone's ear and then shouts like they're deaf.
Well, congratulating everybody.
Yeah.
The Artex boys are in.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. A few rare breeds knocking about now.
What's Johnny going to do here? Yeah, Page and Horsley.
Yeah.
3-2.
Well, it's all got a bit loud all of a sudden, hasn't it? Does the Master of Ceremonies want to tell them there is still another game going on, or?
This one's taking some time. Johnny's not sure what to play. It's an important shot, to be fair.
It is. It's taking a lot of chalk, a lot of thinking.
Rolled it in. Oh, not a favourable kiss.
Not really.
Does that slide by the two reds in the corner? Does it, Johnny?
Oh, I don't think it does. Even on the side angle. It might come off the cushion. Cushion red and drop.
Yeah, I think his best bet is to try and
but
get
the white
pocket.
But the white ball's going to go
yeah,
AWOL,
exactly,
won't it?
yeah.
Oh, he's aiming at. He's
He's
looking at
lining
it.
it up.
He's heard me again, hasn't he?
He needs a bit of chalk on his cue.
I'm surprised he hasn't chalked this up yet. He's just gone for it.
He's lined it up. Has he controlled double white?
No.
Oh, it's not gone far enough, I
No.
don't think.
No.
The plant was there, just an inch further, and the plant was there.
The mirror's gone a little bit cold in here now.
Yeah, I'm a bit chilly. You've got your Lacoste jumper on though. I'm just sitting here in short sleeves.
Me what jumper? Ralph Lauren, mate.
Oh right, okay. Sorry.
Wow. Lacoste.
And what a nice
Lacoste
jumper
is
it
a
is as
fucking
well.
crocodile, mate.
It's proper, isn't it? That
proper
is,
jumper, this.
Yeah.
Bought for me by a lovely young lady.
Oh, I missed what went on there. That yellow's not ended up in a good place for Johnny.
No.
Alan's in the ascendancy now.
Going for a cheeky double. Yep. I think he fancies these now, doesn't he?
It's cracking double, but this can go wrong.
Yeah, he fancies it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this shot.
Big screw back.
He's played it well. He's played it very well. Just a little cut in. Oh, this is a good clearance. A lot more confident, Malin. Yeah, very good.
Should make that to 2-1.
Yeah, that's more like it for Malin.
There we go.
Yeah, well done, Al.
It's lovely, that. Lovely.
2-1 Al. Woody's on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
He's back on it now. He's finished having his chat. He's remembered that he's reffing.
Yeah, he's concentrating.
Yeah, they're having a little chat now about that. Yeah, hit it harder. What about? Words of wisdom from Alan Mason there. Hit it harder.
Yeah.
My preferred phrase is hit it like your stepchild.
Oh, right.
I like that one.
No comment on that one either, John, to be fair.
Oh, I heard that on a stream once, had me in bits.
I like to sit on the fence on these sorts
yeah,
of
I bet.
Johnny D at break. Good racking from Matt Wood there, by the way. Quality rack. Johnny don't really crunch the break.
It's more a caress.
No, yeah, he needs to get a bit more elbow action in it.
Yeah.
It's a nothing break. What do you think? What's the best set? I think Mace is looking at yellows. Yeah, he's looking at an ambitious plant first shot. Oh, great shot. Great shot. That's opened everything up.
It's good chances. Take this now.
Unfortunately, he's not got an easy next pot. He's cutting this one in the white's flying. Needs a bit of form here. Needs a bit of form. Got it.
That's got it. Hell of a chance now.
Yeah, this could wrap it up.
It's good. He's just got to be careful. Sometimes he just punches it a bit too hard, though.
Yeah. He's going back a little bit too much. A little bit straight. But he can play a plant. Nice to see him actually think about things for a change.
He knows this is important. Yeah, I'll tell you now, he had a good win actually a couple of weeks ago in the old singles league in Wisbeach.
Did he?
Yeah, he beat me 9-8.
Oh, no. Won really against the odds.
He really did, mate. Yeah, he played well. To be fair, I missed 2 blacks. 8-6 up, I was as well.
Take nothing away from him, but
mortified I was.
Oh.
He's still got a little bit to do here.
Yeah, he's got a lot to do.
Because you don't want to be punching that into the middle.
Stun this up and miss the red. He's hit the red. I could see that happening.
Yeah. And now he can try and cut it, but shit, it's going to flick off the other red. Go away, while. All of a sudden, your sat nav's going to start shouting rerouting.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen here.
Pin cut, white's flying.
Oh, hello. How's your look? How's your look?
He's potted the ball.
He's got to go now. He's got to go.
Another massive pin cut. This is for the game. This is
It
for the
is.
title.
I'll tell you what.
He's nailed it.
I'll tell you
He
what.
just doesn't care about the white. Oh,
He doesn't
what
care.
a great clearance.
Big shaking hand. That's a
Well
hell of a
done.
black.
Great finish.
So there you go. Alan takes that 3-1.
That wraps it up.
That does wrap it up. That wraps everything up for the evening. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
live
all
stream
done.
all done.
Thanks, boys and girls. This is me and John Luty.
We're going to wave
Saying
goodbye now.
cheerio.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Kelly's giving a wave as well.
Same time next year.
Dave Woods, you're going to give it a wave as well? Go on, Dave, give a wave. Dave, get in the camera, give it a wave.
Dave's
Oh,
camera
he's
shy.
run. He's
Very
camera shy.
shy.
He's camera shy. He's done a runner. He weren't interested.
Same time next year.
See you later, guys.
Brilliant.